Welcome to PI Time, your dedicated space for personal growth and profound transformation. Here, we embark on a shared journey, an invitation to both begin and deepen your path to true self-mastery. This isn't just about gaining knowledge, it's about applying practical insights and wisdom to guide you through each stage of your personal evolution. This is where you gain the tools to positively improve your life and realize your fullest potential, one conscious step at a time. I am so glad you're here today, as I am so excited to explore the 5R system for practicing detachment. Detachment isn't about disengaging from life or withdrawing from people. It's not coldness, distance, or indifference. True detachment is a spiritual and emotional skill, a powerful inner posture that allows you to hold space for life as it unfolds without clinging to how you think it should unfold. It's about releasing the need to control outcomes and instead finding a steady, unshakable peace within yourself. Today, we'll explore the 5R system: recognize, rebalance, reframe, rejuvenate, and renew, as a powerful pathway for cultivating detachment in a grounded, compassionate, and deeply human way. This system is designed to help you soften your grip on expectation, calm the internal tension that attachment brings, and return to your natural state of emotional freedom. Take a deep breath, settle into your heart, and let's begin. Recognize. Becoming aware of attachment. The first step toward practicing detachment is recognition. You cannot release what you do not first acknowledge. Recognition is the moment you pause and say, "Something inside me feels tight. I'm holding on to something. I'm attached to an outcome, a story, or an expectation." Attachment often shows up as tension, tightness in the chest, worry in the mind, pressure in the body. It may appear as overthinking, anticipating, planning, rehearsing, or trying to make something happen exactly the way you want it to. When you're attached, you may feel anxious about the future, fearful of loss, resistant to change, frustrated when things don't go your way, dependent on a particular response or result. Recognizing these signals is powerful. It opens the door to clarity. It gives you a chance to step back and ask, what am I afraid of losing? What story am I telling myself right now? Is this attachment supporting my peace, or disturbing it? There's no judgment here, just awareness. Recognition says, I see what's happening inside me. I see where I am holding on. And that simple act begins to dissolve the emotional knot. Rebalance, steadying your inner space. Once you recognize your attachment, the next step is to rebalance. Attachment creates emotional turbulence, so before clarity can emerge, your energy needs to settle. Rebalancing is the moment you step away from the emotional pull and return to your center. You pause. You breathe deeply. You slow down the momentum. When you rebalance, you remind yourself, I don't have to solve this right now. I don't have to know the outcome. I am allowed to calm my energy before I continue. You may place your hand on your heart, close your eyes, feel your feet on the ground, or take a slow, intentional breath. Rebalancing is about creating space between stimulus and response. This space is where peace lives. This step allows your nervous system to relax. When your internal world becomes still, you begin to feel the difference between your truth and your fear, between your intuition and your impulse. Rebalancing brings you back into alignment so detachment becomes possible. Reframe, shifting how you see the situation. Once you have recognized your attachment and rebalanced your energy, you can begin to reframe the situation. Reframing is the heart of detachment, because it helps you transform the emotional grip into grounded understanding. Reframing invites you to ask higher questions. What if this situation is guiding me, not limiting me? What might I learn if I stop trying to control the outcome? How could this experience help me grow? Attachment often comes from fear, fear of loss, fear of the unknown, fear of not being enough, fear of things falling apart. Reframing doesn't dismiss the fear, but it helps you see a bigger picture. Instead of thinking, I need this to go a certain way, you shift toward, maybe there's a deeper opportunity here, one that I can't see yet. Reframing softens rigidity. It opens doors. It helps you understand that life isn't working against you, it's working through you. Your perspective becomes more spacious. You stop gripping. You start listening. And in that space, peace begins to rise. Rejuvenate, restoring your inner peace. Rejuvenation is the moment you reconnect with your inner self, the quiet, steady part of you that is untouched by outcomes, expectations, or external pressures. Detachment requires nourishment. It requires restoration. Rejuvenation asks, what brings me back to myself? What helps me feel whole again? This could be time in nature, a warm bath. Journaling, the meditation, silence, prayer, creative expression. Rest. When you rejuvenate, you clear the emotional residue that attachment leaves behind. You reconnect with your natural clarity. You restore your inner harmony. This step is essential because detachment isn't just about letting go, it's about returning to the truth of who you are when you're not clinging to anything. You come home to yourself. Renew, moving forward with emotional freedom. The final step in practicing detachment is renewal. Renewal is the moment you decide to move forward with trust rather than tension. Renewal says, I let go of what I cannot control. I trust that what is meant for me will stay. I am open to what life wants to show me next. Renewal is liberation. It is choosing peace over pressure. It is allowing life to unfold without forcing your will onto it. When you reach renewal, you stand in your power, not the power that controls, but the power that trusts deeply. You begin to navigate relationships with more ease. You begin to make decisions with more clarity. You begin to show up without fear. Renewal brings emotional freedom, inner strength, and spaciousness into your life. It softens your edges and strengthens your soul. This is where detachment becomes a way of being, not through avoidance, but through alignment. Bringing it all together, the freedom of detachment. Practicing detachment is not about withdrawing from life. It's about engaging with life from a place of emotional freedom rather than emotional need. The 5R system guides this process with clarity and compassion. Recognize the attachment, rebalance your energy, reframe the situation, rejuvenate your inner space, renew your perspective, and move forward. This system helps you release the grip of expectation and open your heart to trust. It empowers you to respond rather than react. It allows your decisions to come from authenticity instead of fear. As you practice detachment, you cultivate resilience. You strengthen your intuition. You create room for flow, clarity, and unexpected blessings. You become someone who moves through life with grace, who can hold experiences lightly while loving deeply. This is the essence of detachment, letting go of control while holding on to your peace. Now that we have reached the point of wrapping up another insightful episode, I would like to express our gratitude for your presence and participation in our exploration of self-mastery and personal transformation. As we delve deeper into these topics, we aim to provide you with meaningful tools and strategies that can foster growth and well-being in your life. We look forward to welcoming you back next week for another episode of PI Time, where we will continue to explore fresh perspectives and actionable strategies for personal success. Until then, namaste.